Fuck, I don't know what just happened, but I might have just closed another client. So if you watched a video earlier today, I talked about potentially just getting the biggest deal in my entire life, but that was gonna take a lot of time. This is from another company that I'm just really good friends with the founder of, where we would bypass all of that. But these guys do like 50 to 60 million dollars per year. And I was just hanging out with him a few weeks ago for quite a while, and he called me up and he was like, dude, let's fucking do this thing. So I think we might have just got another client on top of the fucking client that we're gonna get tomorrow, on top of all the sponsors that just got closed. We actually may have just closed today. I can't even say it out loud, and I'm not going to, but an ungodly amount of revenue. And I say revenue because I don't know what the profit will be yet, but it would be fucking pretty ridiculous, which is pretty surreal. I actually don't know. All these things are still just kind of soft commitments. I did get one contract, not yet signed, but in the inbox that needs to get signed. That is ridiculous. So we have pretty much, we have our full front on all fronts right now of potentially just hitting that point of exponential growth. The only thing is, I don't know if we have enough capacity right now to possibly do all the work that we're potentially committing to. The whole team, I think they'd be fired up, but also like, dude, chill the fuck out. Which just means we'll have to hire more people, get better quicker, and it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun. There's a lot of freaking growth coming right now, which is unfreaking believable. I don't even know what to do about it. I'm being completely candid because it seems like unrealistic. Like the amount of new business discussions that potentially got closed today and tomorrow, there's a decent chance that it's like just unbelievable fucking money. And so what do you do in that situation? Do you go fucking get the AMG, the Lamborghini, and you just start fucking spending all your money? No. You don't want to become a slave to your lifestyle. And I have made this mistake in the past where one month I made like $30,000 or something like that, and I became a slave to my lifestyle. I started spending a lot more money, increased fucking everything. And what happened was, you're left with nothing. And when you start spending all your money on lavish living, when you don't really have it like that, your ego gets tied to the things that you have, which puts you in a really, really dangerous position. Because if you are ego spending and are living a lifestyle that you really can't afford, but your ego depends on it, that's when you make short-term decisions. And I've literally done this in the past, where I was forced to make a short-term decision for quick money because I didn't have the option. And that is not a position that I want anyone to be in. It sucks. Don't fucking spend the money. Like when you start to make a lot of money when you're young, invest. So all I want to do is when all these deals start to come through, step number one, it is building a 6 to 8 month full business, full expense cash reserve. That is mandatory, step number one. Step number two is invest everything else. My mandatory expenses, I mean, will still be relatively high, like maybe $30,000 per month. But if you invest everything after that into passive income streams, things that have tax deductions, the guy I just had a call with, he owns and gets a ton of billboards. And if you know anything about the billboard space, it is the best tax fucking savings haven in the entire world. But no one knows about the billboard space because they want to keep it that way. Super rich people, they actually invest in billboards, which is super fucking funny to say. But you can get like a 10% cash on cash return. You have no tenants. You have 50-year leases with humongous fucking government contracts a lot of the times. And then you also have a 100% year one tax deduction. At least in the summertime, it looks like a bill's gonna be passed to bring it from, right now it's 60% up to 100%. So you have 100% of fucking tax savings year one. So for anyone that makes a lot of money, that is humongous. So I would partner up, and part of what we would do is structure is I would become a co-GP on some of the deals for his billboard, which would mean I get the tax deductions without having to spend the money. That is an infinite return plus the tax savings, which is actually way more important. So that's actually why I would want to work with this guy. And he's just such a fucking good person. I've heard him have calls with other people where he just works with such high integrity, which are just the kinds of people that I want to do business with. There's some businesses that just, or most businesses, especially when they get too big, there's too much bureaucracy and management. It takes takes the integrity out. But I like to work with just the founders of businesses where they're just awesome people. Because the way that I think is every single person can make unlimited amounts of money. You can literally do whatever you want to. All you have to do is create your value. And I would rather pay unlimited amounts of money for people to just create unlimited value, right? Instead of trying to just hoard everything. And I like to work with people that are the same, that have a complete abundance mindset. And this guy is pure 100% abundance. He's seen this on a 5-year time horizon, not this has to pay for itself month one. I want to have a long-term view of everything. And he was the one that offered. He said, dude, you have a tax problem. I can help you with that with the billboards and some other things. It's more of a mutualistic type of relationships. He's a really good guy. He also has pretty much all the connections that I would ever need for the sponsorship company front. And so there's just he's just a really, really good guy, which is why I would want to work with him. That is number one of the integral aspect. If you work with exceptional people and you do an exceptional job, it just always works out. The hard part is finding really, really good people. But when you do, just have the best relationships. Like my number one client right now, he just has such high integrity and he's so grateful and so thankful that he's always asking to pay me more money as a higher percentage because we make a lot together. And I'm like, dude, no, we have the best relationship of all time. Let's just keep it the way that it is. I started working for him 100% for free. Fast forward 2 years, he's now by far my highest paying client. It's not even close. And I have no expenses with him because I just do everything myself because it's a very, very niche thing that we do. And for him today, I think I just closed him the biggest deal that we could possibly get. It feels surreal because I don't want to talk it until the paperwork is signed, but the other company agreed. All we need to do is fucking get the documents over and get the first paycheck. But it would literally be life-changing money for the client and for me. So work with great people, everything fucking works out. And I just feasibly could not be more thankful. I was in the dumps yesterday. Today, I could not be better.